Hi. Um, Visualizing the fine details of a 3D model can be a bit tricky. I can try to play with some of these visualization features of MeshLab, like for example changing the light direction, or for example another idea could be to use the ambient occlusion, where you store in the color attribute the ambient occlusion, and this usually shows the fine details of a 3D model in a much better way. In this tutorial we will show an alternative, which is represented by a shader which is called Radiance Scaling. This is one of the contributions which came out of our lab, and this was implemented by the authors of the related paper, who come from Bordeaux, France, and it was a very nice addition to our tool. Essentially, the Radiance Scaling is a way to enhance the radiance of the finer details in a geometry, so that in an interactive way they will be much more visible. And this is quite clear while you apply the shader, because really all the very fine details of the model are much more easy to see. You can play with the enhancement introduced by the scaling, so that you can see the details better, and you can easily see the difference between not applying the shader or applying the shader. You can also invert the effect in this way. Only the more flat part will give more radiance when they are touched by the light. So this gives a slightly different effect. Radiance scaling is a very nice way to show the fine details in a 3D model. This is a shader, so now information is stored on the model. We are not modifying the model in any way. It's essentially a visualization feature, but if you want to make snapshot out of that, it's extremely useful. And moreover, since you don't have to calculate anything, the rendering part is exactly the same as when you don't apply this shader to the model. So please bear in mind that one way to help MeshLab and the people who work on that is to, for example, to cite the papers which generated these particular features. So if you are using radiance scaling in your paper, you could cite the paper about radiance scaling. It's just very easy to be found. You can search it in Google or go in Pascal Barla website, and this will be a way to help him with his everyday work, and also to thank him for to thank Pascal and the other authors for sharing this with the community. Thank you.